Now, if you see what they've been doing on TikTok to trash players in the NBA, you should see what they did to Ace Bailey, bro. AI really got it nowadays, bro. This.
Number of the day is 5.
So that's the number, yes, that's the number, yes.
The number of the day is...
This video had me dying the first time I seen it, bro. Like this.
But I'm still a Harley.
I mean, yeah, you got his high school highlights, but you got this.
With the advent of the internet being created and us connecting all over the world on different types of platforms, the perception of celebrities and public figures has hit a complete change compared to now. In the past, celebrities
what
and public
they did
figures
to
were looked
Charlie Kirk, bro. Every comment on TikTok is basically Kirkified. It's always it's like that. You know that Michael Jordan meme? He was like, they put that with Charlie Kirk face on it. Like, what are y'all doing, bro? Like, let this man rest.
remarkable figures who did
Like,
less
damn.
harm than the average type of person. Because people
Like,
would
y'all
think,
doing
well,
these guys
if they were on a TV
wrong.
show or movie, then obviously a company wouldn't hire someone that did terrible
It's
content.
literally a term, Kirkified.
Commercial things, and they had to be good. Unless you were like O.J. Simpson or R. Kelly, which clearly in 4K got
Oh
caught
yeah, and the title is worst era to go out.
doing evil shit.
Yeah.
The public would think even
Oh,
with your flaws,
What? Oh yeah, to prove this is the worst era to go out in. Back on TikTok, look at this.
Kobe, you can't fucking dunk.
Oh yeah? Watch this stupid bitch.
My baby!
How's that?
Kobe, you can't fucking dunk.
Why did he
Watch this
just do
stupid
that? Why did he do that?
How's that?
Yo, no, bro, like.
Kobe, I love you, but you can't dunk for shit.
Fuck yourselves, fucking bitch ass dork!
Kobe, I love you, but you can't. Kobe, can I get a picture?
Sure, little man. Psych, bitch, watch this dunk. Oh. Ah, I broke my balls.
You okay, Kobe?
Nah, man, they gone.
Kobe, can I get
Nah, bro, they go.
a Kobe? You're ass, and you're a bitch.
Shut up, bitch, watch this. Ow! I fucking hate this sport! I'm gonna quit! I think I broke my dick in half!
Kobe.
Like, why?
Look, I keep telling y'all, I can still hoop. This game don't leave you. Watch this. Man, I'm out, bruh! What the fuck? Look.
See, like, why? Like, let this man rest, bro, please. Oh my, like, what are y'all
you were
doing?
probably still
That
a
nigga's
mostly
bored.
good person.
Don't do
and low-key,
something.
R. Kelly still had a prospering ass career after getting caught. They was selling the tape where he was engaging in acts with a minor. Still kind of weird how that's actually a big thing that happened in the 2000s. Like, where were the police at? But then he dropped Trapped in a Closet and people went, hold on.
Didn't he drop like 18 parts of that too?
The storytelling kind of fire though. I'm sorry y'all, but I'm gonna have to buy the whole set of this. It really was wild how many things public figures got away with before social media. And with celebrity and public figure deaths then, it was
some of
almost
them-
always
some of
treated
them
like
get
a
away with it.
tragedy.
I mean, some of
and
them
the majority
almost
people
got
would
away
give
with
their
it.
condolences. Like when
How about
MJ
Dexter?
died, the whole world went silent for that week because it was so unbelievable that could happen. You ain't see no jokes.
Bro, he died 2 days before I was born. Fun fact. It's kind of sad. I could have maybe if I maybe if I would have held in the maybe if I was like if I could have held 9 more months, I could have met him in the afterlife or something like that. But
Or nothing.
It's not.
People was not playing about it. Same thing with Princess Diana. There was literally 2.5 billion people watching her funeral. It was one of the most watched events.
I still don't even know who
and
that
you
is.
can even take someone politically like Ronald Reagan, who was notoriously not
he
a liked
dead?
political figure to say the least. Was putting up LeBron numbers of racist laws and setting the black community back.
yeah.
It's that crack I see in your pocket.
What's a body cam? That's an urban legend.
Son. No, it's a bag of flour I got from the grocery store. Like, the bag literally says flour. How did you miss that? I've heard enough. 100 years of prison and throw the key away. Even Ronald Reagan's funeral had 100 million viewers watching, and no matter people's political party, a lot still gave condolences. Yeah, we know if this happened now with Gen Z, that would not be happening.
I only know like the first president and the last president. I don't, other than like George Washington, well, other than like Abraham Lincoln. I got a question. If Benjamin Franklin is not a president, then why is he on the dollar bill? Why is he on the dollar bill? What did he do? What did he do? Tell me, what did Benjamin Franklin do to have his face be on a dollar? What he do? He stuck some keys on a kite and flew it up in the air, and it got struck by lightning. That's all you need to do. Get your face on a dollar? Like what? George Washington makes sense. He's the very first president. He's on the number $1 because he's the number one president, right? What did Benjamin Franklin do? Like, he's on the most valuable dollar, and he ain't doing nothing.
For sure, that ain't gonna happen with Trump or Biden. Just prepare for a civil war.
Literally, what did he do?
The whole year when their time comes. Now, in our times, the wait time to make fun of a public figure or celebrity's death has dropped to about 5 minutes after. And the most recent example of it, and you probably guessed it by now, is...
Yay! You see? This is what I mean by Kirkify. What are they doing? Why are they Kirkifying everything? Like, alright, not like, why?
Yeah, that's pretty much been all the viral
Zam.
post for the past month of Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk got assassinated on September 10th, 2020.
The thing is that they making him, like the way that they posted his face on these memes and stuff like that, you would think that he was like a president or something, like he was well known. I didn't even know who that was until, hey! I think this nigga got reincarnated into a fly and wanted me to shut up because a fly just flew right past my face. Nah, when you come back, I'm gonna get you. I'll come over here. Shit. And that nigga reincarnated into a gnat because he just flew right past my face because he knew it would shut me up. I got my eye on you.
5. And the whole fallout on social media has been the strangest thing I think we've never seen. With politicians, we expect how things go, but we've never had it happen to a political commentator as big as Charlie Kirk.
He wasn't even really a politician. He was just a commentator.
And one of the dumbest things that happened immediately after this was people trying to start a civil war. Like, can you imagine a civil war starting over a podcaster? Like, if Biden or Kamala hit Trump on stage in 4K with bullets and started cheering, at least then I'd understand it a bit more happening. You think people are gonna rip off their 9-to-5 business shirts, hop out the cubicle and go, you know what? You have now declared war on me and every patron who watched Charlie Kirk's podcast 24/7. Even the people who liked him at most are gonna give their condolences, probably reply to some posts on Twitter and move on. Imagine kids in 2060 looking at a history book and seeing 2 civil wars in America. One happening over slavery and people literally having no rights and being treated as property. And one happening over a podcaster getting assassinated by some teenager who liked femboys. You have the richest man in the world talking about the left is the party of murder. People like Andrew Tate tweeting civil war. Mind you,
Andrew Tate, shut up!
Live in this country. Should be focusing on his daily news trafficking cases instead of our affairs. I mean, our own president was inciting this shit too.
Radical left political violence has hurt too many innocent people and taken too many lives. Tonight, I ask all Americans to commit themselves to the American values for which Charlie Kirk lived and died. The values of free speech, citizenship, the rule of law, and the patriotic devotion and love of God.
Meanwhile, about a day later.
My condolences on the loss of your friend Charlie Kirk. May I ask, sir, personally, how are you holding up over the last day and a half, sir?
I think very good. And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They've just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House.
Yeah, just missed the conference, just missed the whole
150 years.
And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House.
I've been good. Over there, you see the trucks? Yeah, they're actually, like...
And by the way, right there, you see all the trucks? They just started construction of the new ballroom for the White House.
Like, bro, what is it with this ballroom? Your man's just got slimed out. You can't give him at least a little more time?
Yo, that's like... go into a funeral and you like, yo, I'm sorry for your man. How are you holding up? Yeah, I might. But later though, I'ma actually play 2K. I just bought me some VC, you know what I'm saying? I got me 150,000 VC. I'm about to get myself to an 85. Like, it's gonna dismiss the whole thing. I thought that was your man's. Like, you ain't hurt? Like, oh yeah, I'm actually doing all well. But you see the trucks over there? They're building a ballroom. Like, did you not care about the guy or something like that?
I remember growing up looking at presidents and the richest people in the world and thinking, wow, they're so smart and they must have worked hard to get to that position. These are probably the most sane people on the planet. I mean, it takes a lot to get there. Little did I know that lie would be shattered to me about actually not that long after, because I started using social media when I was a kid. And look, I've already said this before, I'm not even someone celebrating him getting assassinated, and political violence only makes things worse. But this whole thing of trying to start a civil war was like, the cringiest shit I've ever seen. And I would go to actually say, by these prominent political figures and politicians trying to do
that's like, if you want to start a civil war over that, that's like the equivalent of you starting a civil war because Cracker Barrel changed the logo. I'm like, people was really mad about that. I mean, yeah, I'm like, why would you do that though? You just made it simpler and stupid. But like, why would you do that? But at the end of the day, I didn't care. It's Cracker Barrel. How often do I eat there? Like, twice a year? Like, I don't care. And I've never seen this man in my life, so why would I care?
Things like this. It only made people
I didn't know
more
who
and
he was
more
until
not take
then.
it serious and not care. Like, the president ordered the
I
U.S. flag to
care
be
now,
flown
but
at
that's still
half
messed
staff
up at the
nationwide, which
Nobody
is usually
should
meant
have
for
to
major
go
national tragedies like mass shootings or literally 9/11, and high politicians
crazy,
such
though.
as presidents and whatnot dying. So when people
feel
see
bad,
it being
'cause, like,
done
that's
to
crazy.
a
He
podcaster,
was
do
literally
you
just a
think all of a
commentator.
sudden they're gonna take it more serious? They're just gonna think it's stupid as
That's
fuck and
like
make
a podcaster getting assassinated because he said LeBron James was trash. Like, he's literally just a commentator, a person who literally just speaks his mind. Like, really though?
fun of it even more. On top of that, the government also passed a National Day of Remembrance for Charlie Kirk. I can guarantee you, a bunch of the people who were at his memorial and once dedicated to him aren't gonna be popping out next year. They're just gonna move on to the next political thing they can complain about. There was also a ton of bills introduced by politicians who wanted even more remembrance of Charlie Kirk. Like a bill in Oklahoma where it would require a Charlie Kirk memorial plaza at every public university. Yeah, that wouldn't last a day, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that should get, if they do that, it's getting vandalized.
Pete, coffee's
Like,
on
there's
and
gonna
your
be,
Uber's
there's
on
gonna
its
be
way.
like,
You know,
it's
I've
gonna
been
be
thinking.
heavily vandalized.
Presidents don't even get this
Art
type of
drawn
help.
all
Oklahoma
over it.
gotta worry about their education level before doing this. And it's not like
Word.
you even live
Oklahoma
there. Turning
sucks.
Point's headquarters is in Arizona. There was also another bill
The best
introduced.
thing that happened to Oklahoma in the past, like, 20 years was OKC with Russell Westbrook. That was the best thing that ever happened. Actually, that's the best thing that ever happened to Oklahoma. Everything else
was
was
called
just
the
like,
Charlie Kirk Commemorative Coin
Okay.
Act, which would require the Treasury to make coins in his honor. Bro, if your ass
Okay,
pulls
you're
out some change and
bugging.
I see you with the Charlie Kirk quarter, I'm smacking the out of you. It's crazy how
Yeah,
performative
like, come
all
on,
this
man.
is because I
He
feel
didn't
like
have that
none of
much
these
influence.
politicians even cared about him. They saw this as the perfect opportunity.
Obviously, our current president didn't really care about him. All right, Charlie Kirk, stop flying at me. All right? You got reincarnated into a gnat. Stop flying at me every time I bring up your name. Damn. Like I was saying, obviously our current president doesn't even care about him. He just dismissed the whole conversation to bring up a ballroom. Like, let's not
to
make a
distract from
quarter
doing
with his
any
face on it,
actual
please.
work and to
Let's
focus
not
on
do
this.
that.
I think the thing that really sealed it of people not caring and making fun of it was how the actual funeral went. Because oh boy, was this one.
Bro, that funeral looked like a WWE entrance. They had like the fire, it looked like a concert. They had the fire, like they had like the sparkling fire and stuff shooting out the ground. Like it's just a concert or a funeral. Like, really?
The weirdest televised memorial services to ever exist. I would say this
Why
was
he
more
bite
of
his
a
lip like that?
political rally than a memorial. You had all of the Trump administration coming to it and giving pretty political speeches. Like, for them, I wouldn't be surprised if they went in a mirror and were just practicing like they were gonna go on a debate stage. And you know, for Erica Kirk, I'll give her credit. Her speech was a lot more empathetic and it seemed like she actually cared. She walked out
I
straight
mean, that is her
to something
husband.
which it looked like she was more coming
Father
out of
of
a
her
WWE
kids.
match.
Like, this is a funeral right here. This is a funeral. This is a funeral right here.
Is this a normal thing that happens at American funerals or something?
Can they do that at my funeral? Can they have like a whole projector of my face on it with some sparkles coming out the ground? Can they do that for me?
I don't know.
Can I
But
do that
then
for
right
you?
after Erica Kirk's speech ended,
That's
you
probably what
had
LeBron
this-
funeral
The
gonna
best
look
for
like.
them. That's where I disagreed with Charlie.
I hate my opponent. And I don't want the best for them. I'm sorry.
If you don't find this weird as to do as the sitting president at a funeral, I don't know what to say. I think he deadass just saw this on his schedule as a MAGA rally and went in with that mentality.
I have
I was the
no
wife of
word
the man who
for
got
that.
murdered, giving more empathy and bringing people together more than the president. Bro,
I
like,
have
isn't your
no
job
words.
supposed to be to bring people together? I thought we were supposed to be some sort of United States. Yeah, after this,
George
any appearance
Washington
of
did
people
not
feeling
die
bad
for this.
the memes was probably gone.
Another
And Erica
another
Kirk
Kirkified
after
meme.
seemed like she moved on pretty quickly. Or at least that's what people think, because clips of her hugging up on the president and vice president.
But that's like, did she even look? If she didn't cry, giving the speech, that's how you know she didn't care. If I'm saying you at a funeral and somebody giving a speech about you and they don't cry, that means they don't care about you. Simple as that.
I see.
Wait, what he do? Yo. You don't put your hands right here, gang. You don't put your hands right here, especially if that's your man's, girl.
I see. No one will ever replace my husband. No. But I do see some similarities of my husband in
who?
Vice President J.D. Vance. I do.
Hey, you know what they say. If you don't let your man's hug your
Similarities
girl's
meaning
waist,
in
then is
what
that
category? How are they similar?
really your
What
friend? Me
category?
personally, I go up to all my homies' girls, lift them up, smack both cheeks separately. It's just a welcoming though, nothing else.
Yeah, it's normal.
Northern
I ain't buying
Toilet
premium.
equipment. Ho, ho, ho.
Yeah, YouTube, you're a bunch of hoes.
You're good at business?
Stop
We're
giving
good
me
at
these
business
ads.
banking. Wells
Thank
Fargo.
you.
And because of all this chaos, you now have people making memes
Kirkified young boy is insane.
and photoshopping his face on everything. Whether
Like,
that be famous
It's like every meme has his face on it.
celebrities, your favorite rapper, really any image or video
Literally,
is
my favorite rapper, King Cardi.
not safe.
Isn't this the Michael Jordan thing I'm talking about when he was like, that's what I'm talking about, this. Why are they doing this? And they got Kirk show speed? Like,
getting Kirkified. It might end up being as
ain't that what I just said? Ain't that what I've been saying?
influential as the Rick Roll, like just being the Rick Roll of the
Kirkified.
2020s. I wouldn't be surprised if someone deep faked his face onto mine. I feel with Gen Z as a whole on things, it's just way
don't
more
take
common
nothing
for people to make fun of
serious.
dead figures. But the amount that
Like, that's
happens
crazy.
really
You saw
depends
people
on
doing
who
to
it is
Kobe?
and how like they
Like,
are. Like I remember
why?
when Kobe died and people who tried to make jokes on the internet were getting doxxed and harassed
They was
because
getting
people don't
flamed,
play about
bro.
Kobe, and he was mostly uncontroversial to people. Other than 2003. Someone like Charlie
Yeah,
Kirk,
we
who
don't
was a
bring that
controversial figure as a whole, got made fun of faster because of that reason. This type of making fun of also happens
Why
to
I'm saying
people
Kirk
that Gen
shows
Z is
speed, I
less
show
connected
Kirk.
to way more. Like the Queen dying was not taken serious by any of Gen Z. And it's
Literally, they
because
had a picture of her getting her ankles broken by Jesus, and like,
no one really cared about the royal family and what it used to mean.
nobody ever cared about the royal family. I mean, obviously, we're not in England, so why would we care?
Comparing how Princess Diana's death got treated compared to the Queen is complete night and day. As a whole, the royal family kind of
I didn't even know who the queen was. I don't care nothing about this family. He looks like he's the type of person to accidentally spill his lunch on you and have his little goons beat you up in the locker room. He just seems like he tells his parents no. These
in their
kids
own
seem
image, too.
terrible.
You had one of the members who was literally buddy with Epstein of all people. And it can't be one of those things like, well, was it before he got arrested in the public nude? He visited his ass after Epstein already got charged and arrested for being with a minor. His excuse was giving the same as my dog ate my homework.
Now, I went there with the sole purpose of saying to him that because he had been convicted, it was inappropriate for us to be seen together.
So do phones just not exist in 2010?
You don't
From
have
what
to
I learned
go
in school,
to
I'm
the
pretty
prison
sure
to say that to
Alexander
him.
Graham Bell made it in 1876. Or maybe my history books are wrong. You can update me. He also got questioned on why he stayed at his house too after. Because as the prince in a royal family, it shouldn't be too hard to get the best hotel in New York or your own castle and not have to crash at the most prolific child traffickers
Like,
place
why are
to
you
ever
staying at
exist.
his house?
And this was his excuse.
Well, I don't know if this is just like that's an England thing, but who stays at your friend's house while they're not there? That's not usual to do. You don't stay at your friend's house when they're not there. Like that's like pulling up to your friend's house and walking in when they're not there.
Use for it.
Staying at the house of a convicted offender.
It was a convenient place to stay.
Well,
How
that
is
about
it
solves Thanks for your
convenient?
fairly believable excuse. Back to your royal duties you go. Apparently that didn't convince the king because he just recently got his royal title stripped and is getting kicked out of the palace. You also
Why?
had Prince Harry completely dip on the family. And if the royal family had
Yeah, he
any
just
type of
said,
PR
I ain't
left to the
with y'all no
public,
more.
it
Fuck
went
y'all.
away when he came out and started talking
Understandable.
about how
They're all
some were
snobs.
being racist towards his wife, who's biracial, and you know they asses was truly being racist because this to me looks like a full-on white woman. Like, did they think if him and her had a kid, the baby was gonna come out looking like me? That kid would come out
Definitely
looking
not.
like the whitest child born on the whitest mountain. And evidently that is what their
It's
kids
what
turned out to
happened.
look like. So they did all
It's
that
what
complaining for no reason and lost someone in royalty. Because of all this drama and the queen dying a couple years after it, people were ready to on the royal family.
Why? Just like why though? It's like why though?
And that's what happened the same day. And in places like Africa where people learn about how much the royal family's history in the past exploited them and different things, it definitely changed the perception of the royal family and people didn't care as much too because of that. Now you got people running bets saying when they think Charles is gonna die. In my opinion, they just gotta let this go. The last bit of aura died with the queen. Anyways, that's
Like,
gonna be
nobody
it.
care
Let me
about
know
no
y'all's
royal
thoughts on
palace,
this. Follow
no
me on
royal
Twitter,
nothing. We
Instagram,
ain't
and
nothing,
TikTok. As always,
like, that's like it's old fashioned. That royal king queen stuff is like old fashioned, bro. Living in castles, that's old fashioned. Do they actually live in castles though? Like, do they actually live in a castle? Like in the medieval time type castle? I don't think they do. If they do, that's kind of lit.